Honorable members, I cordially welcome you all to this winter session of the Youth Parliament. I hope and wish that this session would be a very fruitful one as we sit out to deliberate the important matters concerning our nation. Today's first business is oath taking. Secretary General, please.
Ms. Hamsavardhini, who stands elected from Varanasi constituency of Uttar Pradesh, will now take the oath. Ms. Hamsavardhini, please. Karan, would you like to take oath or affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take oath?
English, please.
I, Hamsavardhini, having been nominated as a candidate to fill the seat in the House of the People, swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, and that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India.
Honorable members, it is my duty to inform the House of the demise of a former colleague, Shri Mulayam Singh Yadav. He has been a part of the great Indian politician, a socialist figure, and the founder of the Samajwadi Party. He served 3 non-consecutive terms as the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh and also served as the Minister of Defence, Government of India. I would like to associate myself and my member of the Parliament in sending our condolences to the bereaved family. The House may stand in silence for a while to express its deep sorrow. The Secretary General may convey the message of condolences to the bereaved family.
Yes, sir.
Honorable members, I have to make an announcement. On my behalf of the honorable members of the House, I have a great pleasure in extending a warm welcome of the Danish parliamentary delegation who are on a visit to India as our honored guests. The other honorable member of the delegation is Ms. Satvika, the Deputy Speaker. It is a very high-powered delegation. The delegation arrived on Sunday. They are now seated in a special box. We wish them a happy and fruitful stay in our country. We also convey our warm greetings and very best wishes through them to Her Majesty, the Queen of Denmark, the Prime Minister, the Danish Parliament, the government, and the friendly people of Denmark. May I now request the Prime Minister to introduce the new ministers to the House.
Honorable Speaker, I am happy to introduce to you and through you our new Education Minister, Srimati Kamalnadi. And our Minister of External Affairs, Shri Safan.
Speaker, I would like to put forward a question to the Ministry of Home Affairs that on July 17, more than 500 villages of 62 mandals in 6 districts were affected due to the unprecedented flood in the river Godavari in Andhra Pradesh, forcing the authorities to evacuate more than 75,000 people from the affected habitation. We would like to know what is the current scenario of the people who are residing in the banks of river Godavari and what are the preventive measures that your government has taken to avoid the difficulties of the victims.
I request the Minister of Home Affairs to give an answer.
Honorable Speaker, I inform to the House that according to the annual budget of 1,87,577 crore, about 1,000 crore has been allotted for the affected victims. The government has opened 177 relief camps in the affected districts where almost 71,200 people were lodged. Communications were cut off to more than 200 habitations, and yet boats were arranged to evacuate people from man habitations. Special officers were allotted to each district to monitor the threat with the district collectors. The Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy, stated that a compensation of Rs 10,000 will be given to each family and to make sure that every victim receives relief material. Along with the fund, the villagers were happy as they received 25 kg of rice, dal, medicines, vegetables, and many such remedial measures. The 108 and 104 emergency vehicles were on the standby and all necessary measures were in place to deal with the flood situation.
Question number 102, Mr. Pranav.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to know how will the Ministry of Sports utilize the allotted budget to train sportsmen and women, and what measures have been taken to improve the lost traditional games like Mallakambam and Silambam.
I request the Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs to give an answer.
Honorable Speaker, first of all, I would like to say that there are 56 nation sports federations in India. We are spending around 190 crores on athletes for training for Commonwealth Games and Asian Games. For medical support during the training session, we increased the remuneration for sports doctors to 2 lakhs. And coming to the next question, that we've already included our old traditional games like Mallakambam and Silambam during the 3rd edition of the scheme called Khelo India Youth Games.
Do we have any supplementary? Yes, Ms. Darshini.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to know why there is no improvement in the Commonwealth Games in the year 2022. Can I get an explanation from the Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs?
The Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs, please.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to put forward the answer. As you all know that Commonwealth Games has removed shooting and archery. We have one of the best performers in shooting range. So that now we have to depend only on the other game. And the second most main reason is the COVID-19 pandemic. During the first wave of COVID-19, everyone was shut in their houses. Later during the second wave of COVID-19, sports persons were being trained in the training camps. As a result, we've got a good improvement in the medal tally this year.
Question number 103, Mr. Sanjay Rathnam.
Honorable Speaker, the Indian textile industry contributes approximately 15% to country's export earning. Though there is a good increase in the rate of export, why can't India be the top destination for export?
The Minister of Textiles, please.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to add that even the government considers this issue very seriously to lead textile industries into top position. The following measures and policies were implemented towards this issue. The Ministry of Textiles is implementing Samarat Scheme, a flagship scheme for capacity building in textile sector. It aims to train 10 lakh people per year. And also under NTTM, which is National Technical Textile Mission, the ministry has cleared 20 strategic projects worth Rs 30 crore in
they please soon? Not only irrigation, but also the cattle heads would suffer a lot. Instead of textile parks, establishing dyeing units cost less. It is also not harmful to the environment as we reuse water and use only eco-friendly dyes.
Question number 104, Ms. Janavashini.
Honorable Speaker, India is one of the developing nations known for its uniqueness in its tradition, culture, and parallel hospitality. It is the main destination for many international tourists to experience the culture and tradition of India, thus creating several employment opportunities. Unfortunately, the COVID outbreak has led to the breakdown of tourism in India, but the budgetary allocation for the financial year 2022 to 23 stands at rupees 2,400 crore, and it is 18.42% higher than the budget allocation for the financial year 2021 to 22, and 76.42% more than the allocation for the year 2013 to 14. So how will you promote tourism in India, and what are the measures you are going to take?
I request the Minister of Tourism to give an answer.
Honorable Speaker, yes, it's a fact that the Ministry of Tourism was majorly affected during the COVID-19 pandemic. After COVID-19, the Ministry of Tourism has launched Dekho Apna Desh scheme, which includes many promotional activities like webinars, online pledge, and boost programs to spread awareness to the public about its tourist destinations. Dekho Apna Desh is an ongoing tourism campaign intended to boost the domestic level in India. It's been a success in cultivating excitement for its many lesser-known tourist destinations. This scheme is a big success now.
Question number 105, Mr. Vedant.
रूस के साथ संबंधों के कारण भारत को पश्चिमी देशों से गोला बारूद और हथियारों में आपूर्ति में गिरावट आई है। आपकी सरकार ऐसा क्या करेगी जिससे गोला बारूद और हथियारों की भी आपूर्ति ना हो और भारत के संबंध रूस और पश्चिमी देशों के साथ भी अच्छे रहे?
The Minister of External Affairs, would you answer this question?
Honorable Speaker, the situation between Ukraine and Russia is pretty unfortunate. And personally, I don't have any comment on the issue. But I'm here to address our relationship with Russia and how it's going to be in the future. In 1960s and 1970s, we had a lot of deadly wars with China and Pakistan. Even in those terrible days, Russia was one such country who still supported us by supplying financial aid and firearms. So breaking up bonds with Russia is pretty illogical decision, and with the support that we still get, we are developing into a better country. And due to the war between Ukraine and Russia, many Western countries stopped supplying us ammunition and weaponries. In search of solution, we discussed with the Ministry of Defense, and we have decided that we will produce our own ammunition and weaponries in our own country.
You're talking about the condition that has been prevailing since 1960s and 70s. At present, war between Ukraine and Russia has left our students studying in Ukraine suffering. What are you going to sustain this?
Mr. Vedant, do you think like I'm a fortune teller? I already said that this situation is pretty unfortunate and unpredictable. But still the Ministry of Education is working really hard by making schools, colleges and universities with world-class facilities. Even then, students are choosing to study abroad when they can get the same quality of education in our own country.
That should be your educational ministry's concern, not yours.
We are providing great education. In fact, we have the best medical colleges in India. For example, the medical colleges in Tamil Nadu, especially the Madras Medical College, CMC Velu, and we have AIMS colleges in New Delhi, Jodhpur, Raipur, Nagpur, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, and Jharkhand. Why can't you access to any of these colleges?
Do we have any other supplementary? Yes, Ms. Harshita.
Honorable Speaker, there is a dramatic increase in offering lucrative job offers in South Asian countries where citizens are being cheated. They lose a lot of money which pushes them into extreme anxiety and depression. What measures have been taken and what is your stand for the people who are suffering and experiencing severe torture? People who are not educated and poor are the major victims of the job scam.
Minister of External Affairs, please.
Honorable Speaker, recently I rescued almost around 150 to 200 Indian laborers from Laos, Cambodia and Myanmar who were tricked by a group of people who disguised themselves as a software company in Thailand. There has been a surge in the usage of digital modes of payment in recent years. This gained further momentum during COVID-19-induced lockdown. With the increasing amount of online transaction, the number of frauds have also been increased. So in search of solution, we have teamed up with the IT sector and banned more than 500 websites which promote fake job offers. We have also created e-booklets which creates awareness among those public who are more likely to be scammed, and it even explains about the functioning of these fraudsters so people can take proper precaution before making any online transaction.
Question number 106, Ms. Prabha.
Honorable Speaker, the produce of many farmers is being declared unfit for quality reasons. It forces the growers to sell their produce at private players at much low rates. Why is bajra being bought in the open market when its quality is not fit for consumption?
I request the Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare to give an answer.
Honorable Speaker, I am aware that the produce of many farmers is being declared unfit for quality reasons. Good quality bajra of every farmer is being procured as per the government's guidelines. 28 quintals of bajra was bought by Haffer, adding that more than 1.5 lakh quintals of bajra was bought to the open market so far. The same government is committed to pay farmers rupees 2,350 per quintal for bajra, adding that the farmers need not worry. Honorable Speaker, I hope I am clear.
Question number 107, Mr. Adav Darshan.
Honorable Speaker, even having sufficient resources, manpower and technology, the Indian government frequently buys weapons from other countries and raises their economy. Why can't we produce on our own?
Minister of Defense, please.
Honorable Speaker, India has created a lot of weapons and missiles like BrahMos, Nag, Agni, Prosper, etc. The government has launched a lot of schemes for producing all the weapons in India itself. The schemes include Make in India, Digital India, IGMDP, etc. And the government has allocated 5.25 lakh crore with a major push on procurement of weapons and military platforms from domestic manufacturers. Recently, commemorating the 19th Air Force Day, the ministry and the government has launched 75 new AI-powered missions to the Air Force industry. Pushing for the Atmanirbhar Bharat, the ministry has signed more than 180 contracts with the Indian industry between June 2014 and December 2019, worth approximately $25.8 billion under the Make in India scheme. I have submitted the documents to your table. In the years 21 and 22, 40,000 crore worth of contracts by the Army have been awarded to the Indian vendors so far. The government has issued a total of 568 defense industrial licenses to over 351 companies and 117 licenses covering 170 companies. We assure you all that the government will be soon able to produce all its weapons and machineries on its own.
Question number 108, Mr. Ramakrishnan.
Honorable Speaker, the problem of the fishermen of Tamil Nadu very often is being answered by the Sri Lankan Navy. Have you considered any measure to solve permanently?
I request the Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy to answer this question.
Honorable Speaker, yes, I concur that the fishermen of Tamil Nadu are often being arrested by the Sri Lankan Navy. Even I feel bad about it. The Prime Minister of India had spoken to the Sri Lankan Prime Minister during the latter visit to India in October 2018. It was reiterated that the Sri Lankan government might consider the fishermen issue as purely humanitarian and livelihood concern, and both sides should ensure that
there is no use of force under any circumstance. As of total, 1,915 fishermen and 380 boats were released since May 2014. On January 5, 2022, 13 fishermen were released by the Sri Lankan Navy, and the Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. M.K. Stalin, wrote a letter to the Union Minister for External Affairs requesting an immediate release on the Tamil Nadu fishermen from the Sri Lankan custody along with their boats.
Do we have any other supplementaries? Yes, Mr. Dina.
Honorable Speaker, climate change, pollution and overfishing are all taking a heavy toll on our fisheries and our planet. Climate change is affecting the ocean on many levels. These changes influence from droughts and floods to marine life and ocean currents. Pollution has destroyed entire aquatic habitats, and overfishing leaves us with destroyed nutrition and a lack of biodiversity in our food web. What are the sustainable measures that be taken to prevent these three biggest threats by the Department of Fisheries?
The Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, please.
Honorable Speaker, yes, I agree that there are overfishing and pollutants in water. In addition to that, the livelihood of millions in the coastal community is highly threatened. Well, where there is a will, there is a way. These are some measures that are being taken by the government in these regards. We have taken certain measures on sewage management and restoration of water quality in aquatic resources by the state government. The river pollution is a cause of increasing mortality risks earlier. The action taken after 1987 helped in shutting down tanneries, leading to a drop in the pollution level. We have introduced some rules to extend the national ban on fishing during monsoon, one of the pre-existing policies. Some new state rules also regulate the to reduce indiscriminate fishing, which has a control on the mesh size of nets as well as outright ban practices. These are done in the hope that the population of a fish maintains in a good count.
Question number 109, Mr. Tejas.
Honorable Speaker, as we all know, the main reason for accidents occurring in India is the failure to follow the rules. Yes, even among the highly educated, speeding beyond permissible limits is seen. When there are no cops over there, they even skip the traffic lights and speed away. Then what's the point of having those traffic lights over there? Only a disciplined motorist mindset is required to avoid such mishaps. So even after knowing the causes of the accidents, what steps have been taken by the government to avoid such things and to create awareness among the people?
The Minister of Road Transport and Highways, please.
Honorable Speaker, greetings. I agree that man behind the wheel plays an important role in most of the crashes. The government encourages professionals engaged in activities like road construction, road design, road network management, law enforcement to attain adequate knowledge of the road safety issues. In most of the cases, crashes occur due to two main causes. First is carelessness and the next is lack of road safety awareness, and hence road safety education is as essential as any other basic skills of survival. In 22-23, the ministry has been allocated nearly 356 crore towards road transport and safety. Our aim is to provide road safety information to the road users to develop better road user behavior and reduce the number of people killed and injured in a road safety year.
Are there any supplementary? Yes, Mr. Ashwin.
Honorable Speaker, the quality of India's road infrastructure is very poor. Only 3% of these roads are national highways. Roads are congested and road maintenance is underfunded. At the same time, 40% of the roads are dirt roads and about 30% of the villages have no access to all weather roads. Kindly brief us on utilization of funds allocated and action plan for the upcoming years.
The Minister of Road Transport and Highways, please.
Honorable Speaker, I agree that most of our country's roads are not maintained properly, and our ministry is responsible for that. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways formulates and administers policies for road transport and maintenance of roads. It is also
maintain silence in the House?
Nearly 68,000 crore, more than the revised expenditure in 21-22. In absolute terms, this is higher than the revised expenditure among all ministries in 21-22. And I would like to answer your question, which was about the allocation of funds. The ministry manages expenditure through various funds, like Central Road and Infrastructure Fund, Permanent Bridge Fees Fund, National Investment Fund, and National Highways Fund. Hope I'm clear.
Question number 110, Mr. Sanjay.
Honorable Speaker, the newly launched semi-speed train Vande Bharat had hit some cattle and got minor damage to the train's nose panel. As the Minister of Railways said, cars and cattle are unavoidable. Then what is the purpose of filing FIR on the owners of the cattle? And the railways is to launch a freight version of Vande Bharat, which is going to run as a super-fast parcel service. What are the precautions made by your government to manage the class and cattle?
I request the Minister of Railways to answer his question.
Honorable Speaker, yes, it was an unavoidable accident. We have ordered the cattle owners to take care of their cattle from entering the railway lines as they're damaging the nose of the trains and also its infrastructure. We have said that cattle collisions are unavoidable, but under Section 147 of Indian Railways Act 1989, unauthorized entry and misuse of the railway property is a crime. So in order to misuse all these things, it could have caused death or injury to the passengers present in the train. This train cost rupees 100 crore, which is cheaper when compared to the exported train, and that is the proof to Make in India scheme. We wish to see improvement in our railways and to be one of the best, and wish to see improvement in our people. And to make prevention with the cattle collisions, we have taken measures. As next system, high friction foggy mounted, modified center buffer couplings, automatic fire and smoke detection system, GPS-based fog pass for moving over areas with fog, and finally, train collision avoidance system.
Do we have any other supplements? Yes, Mr. Vedant.
Honorable Speaker, we all love to travel, but food makes our travel more comfortable and happier.
Mr. Vedant, come to the point.
The food provided by the IRCTC is becoming worse day by day. Recently, a passenger who was traveling to Lucknow experienced the worst scenario. He received a tobacco wrapper in his samosa. The public is literally not happy with the services. What measures have been taken to regain the goodwill of your government?
The Minister of Railways, please.
Honorable Speaker, I also regret to see such an incident in our ministry. We have taken a lot of steps to provide variety of food to the passengers. We have installed
Yes, Miss Ajita.
Please call the attention of the minister, Honorable Speaker Ji. I request you to call the attention of the Minister of Education. It is very disheartening to say that the suicides among the student community have risen to 8.2% compared to the previous years. We say that students are the leaders of the next generation. But if the situation prevails, we will be losing young lives. Yet, less than 1% of rupees 73,931.8 crore expenditure budget was allocated directly for mental health. What is that you are going to do to reduce the number of suicides?
I request the Minister of Education to give an answer.
Honorable Speaker, incidents of student suicides are always very disturbing as it forces us to think of the factors that contribute to young people going to the extreme of ending their lives. We are ensuring our children to learn how to adapt and cope. It is done through inclusion of mental health awareness campaigns, provisions of school counselors, and so on. Students are pressurized by their parents while studying. We have some strategies to prevent student suicides. One of them is to strengthen economic support and to teach coping and problem-solving skills. And the another is the gatekeeper training, and this is a special approach to prevent student suicides. It involves training individuals to act as first responders to someone with emotional distress and who is potentially suicidal. We have also implemented the Mental Health Care Act, and this act seeks to ensure the rights of a person with mental illness to receive care and to live a life with dignity. Student counseling system is there to deal with all sorts of problems that the students might face. We have also provided suicide prevention helplines and we are planning and working on to reduce student suicides.
Do we have any other supplementary? Yes, Mr. Akhilesh.
Honorable Speaker, education is a fundamental human right for everyone, regardless of your birth or status. In this century, our country's economical is dependent on our children's education. In the post-pandemic situation, compared to the dropouts, there are students who have moved from private schools to government schools. What is the status of government schools infrastructure and quality of education? What progress have you made to decrease the dropouts?
The Minister of Education, please.
Honorable Speaker, it is definitely not a good thing to find so many students drop out of school. In the post-pandemic situation, the dropout rates of students have increased. Most of the children were forced to go to work because of their family situation and financial status. So, we have taken measures to reduce this. Until 2018-2019, the average dropout rate of students was 4.45% in the primary level and nearly 18% in the secondary level. One of the major goals of the nation's education policy is to bring school students back into education field and to achieve 100% gross enrollment ratio. Teachers are giving special attention to students who fall behind in their studies. We are practicing innovative teaching methods to draw students towards education and to spark interest in them. We have also improved the quality of government schools in all the districts.
Question number 114, Ms. Sridhya.
Honorable Speaker, prior to COVID, people were working in their offices, but COVID has led to the trend of work from home. Post-pandemic, why are companies not ready to call their employees back to work? Why are they still encouraging work from home? Have they decided to reduce the operation costs? If so, is the salary increased? What will be the perception of IT in the year of 2025?
I request the Minister of Telecommunications
advanced medicinal products does continue to increase. There is a reason to believe that the growth of organized disease sector would be self-sustaining. But there is a lack in capital and entrepreneurship skill which refuses to fulfill the fundamental units of growth and survival. One initiative has been taken by the ministry to ensure the budding entrepreneurs with enough funds and development schemes.
I request the Minister of Commerce and Industry to give an answer.
Honorable Speaker, recognizing the crucial importance of these startups in boosting the economy of our country, the Government of India came up with various initiatives. Based on the recommendation, we have the following measures as initiated. We have many schemes and programs for them. The first scheme is that Make in India. Make in India aims at transforming India into a globally manufacturing hub. The second scheme is that Stand Up India. Stand Up India initiative aims at promoting the entrepreneurs and the job creation at grassroots level, and especially keeping in mind about scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and women. The third scheme is that Multiplier Grant Scheme. This scheme was launched under the Department of Electronics and Information Technology to promote the integrated research and development. The fourth scheme is that Atal Innovation Mission. This was set up by the Niti Aayog to promote the innovative research and to development of spirit in entrepreneurs.
Question number 150, Ms. Shivashri.
Honorable Speaker, why was Air India sold? When Tata could handle the airlines, why couldn't the government? Was the circumstance bad then?
I request the Minister of Civil Aviation to give an answer.
Honorable Speaker, the government sold the airline Air India because it had a debt of 61,000 crore and a loss of 7,000 crore. The government can run the airline, but
अगर आपको इस आसनसोल का जवाब नहीं देना आ रहा है तो प्रधानमंत्री को देने दीजिए।
it is due to the decrease in the total revenue from 2.8 million to 1.2 million in the year 2020. This decrease made the government not to handle the airline.
Question number 117, Mr. Rohit.
Honorable Speaker, India has a large population of children, in fact one of the largest in the world. Their rights and protections are guaranteed in the Constitution and with the country being signatory to the UN Convention on the Rights of the Children. But still, we see and hear a lot of problems arising against the children. They are being abused by their dear and near. Out of 69% of children who are physically abused, 54.68% are boys. Over 50% of children are being subjected to one or other form of physical abuse. What measures has the government taken considering the mental health of the children?
The Minister of Women and Child Development, please.
Honorable Speaker, greetings. Even there are many laws and acts amended by our government, still children are abused. And I feel very sad about this. I agree, there is an increased rate of child abuse. But do you mean our ministry has not taken any measures? Respected sir, for your information, the Ministry of Women and Child Development has launched many schemes for the betterment of children and to stop child abuse. We have the POSCO Act for the protection of children from sexual offence. This act enables fast tracking and prosecution in rape law. Section 376, which previously allowed child molesters legal loophole. We have provided
why was the 50% discount on train tickets for senior citizens discontinued? Why is not there enough money to give discount to the elderly when they can spend so much money on their promotions?
I request the Prime Minister to give an answer.
Honorable Speaker, yes, I do agree this point. According to the Minister of Railways, Indian Railways has a recurring loss due to low fares and concessions. And apart from this, due to COVID-19, passenger earnings for the last 2 years are less compared to 2019 to 20. The Indian Railways is already bearing more than 50% of the cost of travel for all passengers, including senior citizens.
Question number 120. Ms. Deepana.
Speaker, the price of cooking oil, petrol, diesel and cylinders are touching the sky. When will the people get relief?
Prime Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, fuel prices have risen 26% since 22 March as oil marketing companies began to pass the effect of surge in global crude oil prices. Russia's invasion of Ukraine is also responsible for the high prices of fuels. Thank you.
Are there any concerns based on the proceedings of the day? Yes, Ms. Ajita.
Honorable Speaker, we are happy for the day's proceedings since we have discussed the important matters and it was a fruitful one. We hope the ruling party will take the necessary actions. Thank you.
Ms. Aarti.
Honorable Speaker, I am grateful to the honorable members of the opposition party